Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. Jacob of Paradox Multimedia, and welcome back to another Paradox Music Critique. Today we are doing the long-awaited Paradox Music Critique for Blue Laze's A New Beginning Volume 2. However, there's been a slight change of plans.
Yo! I'm here. Content is here. The best YouTuber ever.
If you haven't watched my videos yet and don't know who this is Blue Laze. This is Ethan. He's going to be joining me for this. I had thought about doing this and only just expressed this to him, so he's here actually with me in the room off camera because he decided to remain faceless, which perfectly fine.
You gotta get me to 10,000 subscribers if you want a face reveal by the end of the month.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, so we're gonna be checking out all 20 songs because that's what you monsters wanted. I'm pretty sure you were one of them, so now you get to suffer with me. So, we're gonna be checking out all 20 songs and giving our thoughts on them. That's a basic rundown of a music critique video if you haven't seen one of these before. So before we get into it, usual shilling, check out my music and other stuff on the YouTube channel. Check out the playlist so you can see my other critiques. Check out my Twitch, Twitter, Discord, Twitch archive channel, merch, Patreon, all that stuff. And also check out Blues over on his channel. I don't know if he has everything linked, but you should be able to find him pretty easily.
Yeah, it's pretty much everywhere. I got a link tree, so that'll help.
Yeah, so do I.
You do?
I'm pretty sure I had a link tree before you did. But anyways, so without much further ado, we're gonna get into this. We are gonna be starting with the very first track, of course, Clouds. Here we go.
I make this for concerts, guys.
Sounds good. The vocal chops are a little goofy, but
I pitched them up, that's why.
because that video I showed you earlier, that little just like you sounding funny. Oh my gosh. The melody here is really good though. Was this a loop or did you use a...
This is a MIDI that I slightly edited for it. So
Nice. Which synth did you use for this? It's pretty cool.
I think I used a plug from Hobbit Sounds.
Ah, okay. I'll have to see if I have it. I don't know. Do you know which pack it was?
It was like a $60 pack, so...
Oh, then maybe not.
I'll send it to you next week.
But it was pretty cool. I like it.
I don't think I re-downloaded it from when I lost everything.
Well, I guess you'll have to go and re-download it. But yeah, this sounds pretty good. It's chill. I mean, it's not amazing to me, but like preference.
What I have a problem with in this song is it's very repetitive.
Yes.
I don't know. That's my main gripe with the song.
That's pretty good. I like that.
I went for a lot of fake outs.
Taught you it.
Gotta make him happy.
Traumatic flashback to everybody's first time listening to Heart Racing. Oh man. I mean, it's pretty easy to vibe to.
I think there's a third drop in this. It's the same thing.
That's different. Is that the same pluck, just on the chords?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. I like the isolated melody there. That's pretty good. Okay.
I like the impacts, I guess, really, so I'll give it that.
Now, is that like sub bass down thing what you're calling impacts, or?
I have an impact.
Okay. So I was gonna say that's not what that is. I hope you don't think that's what that is.
It's no. Yeah, see, my main problem is just how repetitive this song is. It just doesn't. It and I do have very repetitive music, but this is like too much for me personally.
All right. So for Clouds, I'm thinking of like a 6.
You know what? I have to agree. I'm gonna give this a 6.
I was thinking about like maybe a 7, but I'm like, there's some much better tracks on this that I think deserve that score. So yeah, 6 out of 10 seems unanimous. So let's move on to the next one, which is probably top 3 from this album.
It's definitely like my top 3 ever for me.
See, this intro bit here gives me Goosebumps vibes a little bit. If you've ever heard the Goosebumps theme song,
Maybe.
I'll have to show it to you.
He's like, I want to make mid-tempo, and I'm like, tutorials.
It also kind of gives that kind of like techie spy movie heist kind of feel.
Let me get that signed to Mission Impossible. Here we go.
These are like my favorite vocal chops. Like, they sound so good. I also like that they change as it goes. It's not just the same thing repeated.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the deeper vocal chops.
I just pitched them down. That's all I did. Out of all the genres that typically fall out of the genres I make the most, this song definitely does the best.
You mean for like atypical genres that you've done?
Definitely.
So good!
I think he's at 2,000 streams right
Wow, really?
now. Yeah.
That both is crazy because I think that's probably one of your highest stream songs, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's my third highest.
But also, like, I also think that this song should have gotten more by now because this is crazy good.
It has 2,728, which is the third most streamed song.
How does For You have more streams than that? Get It Together I could see, but For You?
Mainstream appeal?
I don't... We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We are getting to it. But this is really good.
In terms of production and everything.
Yeah.
Slaps.
The video might not portray its quality the best because we're listening through my monitors and it's probably coming through the microphone. But listen to this song by itself with headphones. So good. Probably my only gripe is that there wasn't as much like switch up between the like normal pitch and deeper pitch vocals, because I really like in songs where they kind of jump between them rather than having them as separate things.
Yeah,
Like going from the normal pitch and then suddenly switching to the deeper pitch one in like the same
I feel like
section.
that could have worked really well if it was the drop. Because that
Yeah.
gives me like a cool idea on if I had the project file that what we could do with that.
Just like higher pitch orbit, I'm in lower pitch orbit. It might sound a little goofy, but if you tweaked it right, I feel like that would have sounded really epic.
One of my rare 10 out of 10s for this album, at least in my opinion.
You know what? I minus that gripe, this is the first 10 out of 10 in Paradox Music Critique history. Yes, I finally gave a song a 10 out of 10. You people can leave me alone!
Oh my word! We got it! We got the victory! We did it!
You got the dub. Yes. And we're only 2 songs in.
Oh boy, what's next here?
This is Arms from
Oh.
you in Transverse.
Oh, Transverse, right. There's the classic synth.
The Dreamverse synth. See, this one, the vocals are weird to me because it kind of sounds like the vocalist wasn't like finishing the words. Like instead of I am tired, it's like I am tired. Which makes me think of the Mario meme. I'm a tired. You just.
Makes sense.
The piano, I'm not a huge fan of here. Which piano did you use for this?
I used the stock Magic.
Now, did you use the grand piano LE, or did you purchase the grand piano?
I didn't buy it.
So you just used the free default one.
Yeah.
So I don't like that one very much because of how limited it feels without the presets. Like, yeah, you can change the stuff yourself, but I like the full version of the grand piano because of the presets. The orchestral preset, the intimate and mellow presets are my favorite to use. Because all it is like a difference in like how you've got the high, mid, and low set for the piano, but it makes such a difference. And the default piano, it's just a pain to try and figure that out yourself with it.
I have a Sierra preset piano I use a lot in my newer songs that just sounds so much better. Okay. That is
Same people, the same people.
That loop, that transverse loop is so weird so that it just cuts off and just restarts.
Okay, so that's not the actual recording now. That's just how he. That is so weird.
I was like, I could have just done this. If
Why
you
would-
just asked me to?
Why would he do it like that?
Well, I made like 80% of this. I just dropped it in reverse. He did the mixing, the mastering, everything else.
Now, was this somebody, like, was this a splice vocal chain or whatever? Not vocal chain, acapella, or was this?
Function loops acapella.
Okay. I got you.
As if a lot of my songs have function loops.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
That was him. All him. He did a lot of
See?
effects. Like,
I-
he does good effects.
I told you, Scraddy. But, yeah. The piano, I'm a little about. I feel like there could be some, like, maybe a very, like, not super present pad in there somewhere to add just a little, like, fill in a little more space. What was that?
Filtered out the drop and replaced it with a piano that filtered in really quickly. That's my only guess.
Ooh, that was weird. I don't like that. The piano was kind of That could have been a little better, in my opinion. The drums were alright, maybe a little punchier. So this one, 5, I'm feeling.
Okay. I think my main issue is I didn't get the drop. The drop is what gets me because I want it to sound more full than it does.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound full. So I have to agree. I'm going to give this... I'll give it a 5.5 just because...
Okay.
Just because the effects, for the most part, except for that last one...
Yeah.
Worked very well, in my opinion. So...
Yeah.
5.5, and if we're judging based off the effects, congratulations, 10 out of 10 Transforce, we love it. Okay.
All right. On to track 4, which is For
Oh!
You.
Okay, so I do have a bias. I do like this song. I think it's very simple, but it's a catchy pop song.
See, I've expressed, especially in Fornox's video, though I didn't realize the specific genre was pop. I'm not huge on pop. I do like some kinds of pop. Hyper pop I'm really into, but like this kind of pop, not really my thing. It's not horrible. It's okay to me. It's just not like something that gets me hyped. See, part of my issue for this is how like kind of empty it feels at the beginning with just her vocals and the drums, and things come in a little too slowly for me. but
I think it's like
here, even this, I feel like there could be a little more going on.
Yeah. It's a short song, so it's not. It's
Yeah.
just meant to be like a placeholder. The fact that it has like 10,000 streams is beyond me.
Yeah. Like
It's me
here, this is like, this feels like way too long to have nothing behind it, in my opinion. Like, to not even have something like slowly like building up, coming in under it. That I would have suggested like trying to fade in a little bit so it comes more like instead of just like that feels a little too stark, I guess, a little too sudden. Okay, I know the last like 3 songs I've talked about how I like switching between the pitched vocals and stuff, but that is just a little goofy sounding. What is that sound? There's a sound, just somebody, it sounds like something going like...
It's an effect on the drum loop.
Weird. Just kind of makes me think of those people like...
Okay.
Just like... How you doing? Sheesh.
I'm biased. I like this song. I think it's just a catchy pop song. Aside from some mixing issues, which I would change. 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna give this like a 4.5.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I'm not
Like,
mad at that.
I'm not a huge fan of it, and I do have some bigger gripes about this than some other ones. That being said, I have set a lot of your stuff lower in scale, especially your older stuff. I would put this, if it was in like a tier list, this would be top of that range, probably, but like still not among my favorites. And the scores, if anybody's wondering, are in fact affected by bias. If I don't really like a song, it's going to be lower scored. I will try to keep in mind, like, if the song is actually like well done versus if I like it or not. This I definitely don't think is your best work. I would even say it's a little below average.
Oh, it's definitely not. No, I would not even claim this to be anywhere near like my best.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my songs I would consider just be average, which is what I consider this. So
yeah.
It's like 7 to 6.
Like this I can kind of get being like a kind of guilty pleasure, like, I like it, I made it, it's not amazing, but I like it, kind of thing.
All my songs are perfect, okay?
What do you mean? You have an opinion on the internet? How dare you exist?
Okay.
Anyways, on to track 5.
What do you got?
This is In Love. Why is this higher quality than on like the last 4 videos? The last 4 videos have been like 480p, and this is in 1080p.
I would like to formally tell you guys that this song is like a 5 out of 10 before I even finish it. I really wish I didn't use these vocals. Give me a second, guys. I'm heading down, okay?
Jeez. Honestly, that thing I just did, it's weird. I normally get upset at people for doing that when I'm listening to a song. But, like, I can't help but, like, think that it sounds so goofy. It's just like, See, this one even more so, where it's just, like, this one synth underneath it for a large portion of it.
I like simplicity a lot in songs, so that's why I think
Okay, that piano sounds alright. But like here it sounds fine. With that melody used in arms, or like the chords or whatever, it's not great. See, the default piano can be okay, but it is never like better than okay.
I want the drop to be fuller.
See, I don't even use the grand piano in my music a ton, but like when I do use it, it's because I'm like, I really want it to have that kind of more organic, kind of orchestral feeling. The vocals are all right. I mean, I'm assuming this is another acapella you used.
Yep.
The mixing on them's fine.
This is one of like four songs that I have a problem with. I like the melody, but it's just like. This is a Jake cover, everyone. Paradox Multimedia cover. Let's go!
See, here I feel like if you chopped it up a bit, that could have been good. Like, I don't want to fall in love. Or something like that.
I have an unreleased song that has an effect that kind of like adjusts the vocals and it chops it up in a way. I should have used that, but I didn't have it when I made this album.
Dude, you'll have to send me that. I want to try that out.
I got you. I don't use downlifters anymore in my music. I just don't. I haven't figured out how to use them properly in a way that I like, personally.
That's fair. I was going to say, it's not terribly hard to use them effectively, but it's like, sometimes, like, finding a good time for them to come in, because you don't really want to have them come in, like, at the end of something. You want to have them come in a little bit early, like, fade in a little bit, and then go down, and depending on the length you want for it, fade it down, fade it out, maybe, like, cut off some of it.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't want, like, the really high-end noise that comes with it if you let it play all the way through.
Yeah. The way I use downlifters is I put it, like, right after a riser, so, like, riser!
You put it right after a riser?
A riser or a white noise to make, like, a whoosh, a sound effect to go into a drop or a build-up, sort of. It kind of, at least, like, it's kind of like a whoosh effect. It kind of, like...
Like...
Yeah, because if you...
Okay, I can kind of get that.
Because if you mix it and make it properly, it can sound good. But anyways, this song, I said it before, I'll say it again. 5 out of 10! Terrible! No, I'm joking. But 5 out of 10 for me.
This one, I'm gonna give a 4. It's worse, in my opinion, than For You by a bit.
By a bit, really?
Just because, like, I don't want to give this a terribly low score, but, like, again, this felt emptier than For You.
See, that's why I want more in the drop specifically. Like, the verse is
like,
fine.
it's fine to have some simplicity, but it's, like, it's nice. It's better to have, like, at least a couple elements. Like, if you're gonna have the melody, at least, like, have a low pad or a sub bass or something, or, like, even duplicate the melody, maybe raise it an octave or lower it an octave, or, like, make it a different patch or preset, so you get kind of, like, a dichotomy of the sounds.
Right.
Because you can get some really interesting sounds just by taking, like, say a pluck and a key preset, and you put them together, and you can get, like, a very interesting new sound out of it.
Yeah. I used to love this song when I made it. I was like, this is awesome! It's gonna get signed to... I had a label reach out to me about this song before.
Really?
And they're like, yo, this song's sick. And I'm just like, I made this song and I was like, I don't know how labels work, so I ghosted them. So if you're watching this, I am sorry!
You ghost? Usually it's the other way around, dude.
They had like 50 subscribers, and I went back and checked their channel today, or like a few days ago, because I thought about it, and they haven't posted in like 5 months, so...
Sheesh, man. You could have been their ticket. They could have been to 1,000 by now.
I know, right? Okay.
Anyways, so we're on to, I believe, track 6.
Hope.
Hope.
Oh, I have a bias with this song.
I have a bias against the awkward, like, lines on the side. Like, look in the preview.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's so weird. And part of that might not even be your fault. Could be just, like, because this was done with a V player, right?
Yeah.
So it exports that in a really awkward aspect ratio. So if you don't stretch it a little bit, it doesn't fully fit a 1920 by 1080, like, frame. This one... I really like the drop. The way it started, not as big a fan. The bass is kind of weird there, but like here, maybe it's from like seeing it in your intro and hearing it so many times, but I've gotten used to it. I kind of like it.
I love this. But yes, it was an intro like years ago. But I had an intro. I don't think I have an intro anymore.
I can't tell my snaps right now. Okay, I like that. The dropout there for a second.
I would change the vocal chops to make it fit the bass better.
Change it how?
I would make it slightly lower pitch.
Okay,
Slightly.
that's fine.
I don't think I have this preset. Oh, and then oh, that's interesting.
Now, was this MIDI that you used a preset on? Interesting.
This is a song I got on my first like somewhat big promotion channel.
Nice.
You guys do not believe how hype I was. Oh, you know what? I like kind of like that little clip there. If I had it like lead.
Oh, maybe. See, here I feel like is a good example of simplicity done right, because there's not a ton going on here, but it's very catchy. It doesn't feel like there's anything missing. Even in the parts where it's like something isolated or solo, it's not there for like too long. It doesn't feel like unintentional, which is a problem that you can run into with isolated bits sometimes. Because it can kind of sound like, oh, did they forget to drag that all the way or what?
This is the only song I use this specific chord preset on.
Ah,
I haven't found a way to use it properly since.
yeah.
It's like one of those things where like you make an awesome song and then you don't know how to remake it. So it's like how did I make this? It's just like
See, I just don't know how to make music. I just do something, and sometimes people like it, and sometimes they don't.
that's kind of the life as a music producer though. You're just turning random knobs, turning up volumes and stuff.
So why is this so long? Did you
that was
have
an
something?
exporting error.
Okay, weird.
Exporting error.
All right,
8
so
out of 10 for me.
I'm gonna give this one a 7.5. I really like it. It's not like a perfect song
No.
in my opinion, but I do think it's a really, really good song.
I just have some like basic mixing gripes about this. Something seems off time in like the second verse that kind of bothers me now. So yeah, it's still an 8 out of 10 for me. I love the drop. It was my first song that got promotion, so I think we're good on that. 8 out of 10.
Nice. All right, so we're on to track 7. We're actually getting through these pretty quick. And here we have one of your most promoted songs for this.
Oh, We Are the Stars?
Yeah.
Man, I haven't heard this in a while. I almost kind of want to change the piano something. I would add bass. The bass is... I have a problem. I have a problem with all my songs that just don't have enough bass in it.
See the stars and when we need snow.
Shout out to Skim W and Fort Knox for remixing this song. Fort Knox, I know you don't like it, but I'm giving you credit.
See, I don't think I've ever been vocal about this before. I mean, I've talked to you about it. Not the biggest fan of Fort Knox's version. There are some parts that are enjoyable. Skem W's amazing, but Fort Knox's, I like his normal music better.
I gotta get Skim to remix another song.
It'd be cool if he was in my next remix contest.
This song has 510 streams.
Yeah. When I say most promoted, I just mean like this was one of the songs that you kind of pushed for the album release. Yeah, this feels really simple to me.
It's a pop song, basically.
I do like this kind of chord to saw. This is really good in my opinion. This is one I've repeatedly told you should have done some pitch shifting in. Especially like right there.
I think this song is too long for what it is.
I feel like it's good for what you did at the time, but I feel like if you approach this again, it would probably done differently.
I need a remake of this a little while after I released the song, and I'm still not happy with it.
Did you? I thought you just released the unused drop for it, or was that the other song?
I did release that, but I also did a remake, which funnily enough is, or Electrify thinks is my best song since the last time I asked him what I thought.
Interesting. I don't remember that happening, but I could have missed it entirely.
I have over 600 videos, so...
Yeah, so did I before I went and did a little bit of trimming. I didn't delete them, I just privated. Not privated, I unlisted them. I plan to make playlists for my old videos so people can still watch them if they want. But for the most part, I wanted to try just unlisting everything that wasn't music, and also enlisting some of my older stuff that I wasn't really proud of anymore. Not a ton of my older stuff, but like some pre-2019 stuff. Here, I feel like you could have, even just with like the vocal mixing, done a little more. It feels very plain, very just kind of drag and drop. Plus, my usual just kind of like dislike for songs that repeat the verse. Which I get it, but it's like,
6 out of 10. Too simple for the verse. And the drop is fine. Just nothing special. It's just there. I can see why I pushed it as a single in comparison to every other song that we listened to, but not it.
Yeah. I think I can give this a 6 out of 10 too. It's slightly above average. Your production in the drop was pretty good. I do think though the vocals could have used better mixing and, like I said, a little more effects on it to try and give some variation. But yeah, so I believe we're on to track 8, which is Leave Me Broken.
This was...
What you gonna do with the love in your heart? What you gonna do with the pain in your soul?
I'm pretty sure she said, what are you gonna do with the love in your heart? But it sounded kind of like glove.
Yeah!
What are you gonna do with the glove in your heart? That wasn't even close to on beat, but... I feel like you've used this chord progression before. Or that I've heard this chord progression before. Which probably not unreasonable to think so, but like... Like in a lot of electronic music you hear that sort of like bum, 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 bum. That could have been timed a little differently, I feel like. Again, I feel like that is a little too much dead air underneath the vocals. Even if you just had like a little bit of a reverse coming up to give like a little bit of anticipation and momentum.
I made this song around the same time I made it in Love, so I don't know if you can hear how they're somewhat similar.
Yeah.
What you gonna do with the love in your
I want that synth choir.
What you gonna do with the
Yeah, it is a little resonant.
I think it's messing with the
can hear it a bit.
Give me magic kiss that baby I would happy, happy. I need only reasons to be here with you. Please
The
don't
vocals feel just a little quiet. And again, doesn't sound like there was much applied to them. Telling you, even just a slight reverb can do wonders for vocals.
I want that white noise to stop
don't
when
leave
the
me
build
broken.
jumps up.
Yeah.
And I want vocal chops. The vocal chops should be. Guys, comment down below if I need to get Jake to feature on a song in the future.
Speaking of, when I can get time to go over it with Kelsey again, I want to try and start working on re-recording for... Wow, the resonance is so intense on that. You hear that?
Yeesh.
Sheesh.
5 out of 10. It's just there. It's another song that's just kind of there. It's not memorable. It's not trash, but also it's just
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. I can give that a 5 out of 10 too, which funnily enough, at the time of recording this, it is 5/10, which I find hilarious.
Paradox content, everyone. Subscribe.
All right, track 9. What? I don't... Oh, this is Soundwaves.
No.
This is the Nyan Cat track.
Guys, I need you to skip this song at all. Don't worry, Soundwave agrees, so I'm not hurting his feelings.
Guys,
this song is...
does this melody not sound... Okay, now it doesn't. But in the beginning, did that not sound like the beginning of Nyan Cat? I am not crazy. That sounds like Nyan Cat.
I don't hate this.
Like, the very first time I heard that, I'm like, wait a second.
Hold on, guys. I gotta go into a box of disappointment. Give me 1 second.
Honestly, I don't hate this, at least this beginning bit. Not what I was expecting, but it kind of par for Soundwave at the time. This is kind of a weird intermediary transition period for him when this song came out, because it's like, it's better than his earlier stuff. But from the last few songs of his I've checked out, which I can't remember the names off the top of my head, I'll put them on screen. This is totally out-leagued by those. But, which, was this part done by Soundwave or you?
It was a mix. You sent the MIDI, and I just tried my best.
Yeah.
This is... Oh, you know what? This drop had exactly what I constantly tell Soundwave to add is, it needs more bass! I constantly tell him to do that, and I did it
If
myself.
I remember right, he's recently started doing more, but like a lot of his stuff lacked bass.
Yeah.
Which for even some of his better stuff, like, really would have sold it.
See, I like that, but
Like,
I wish...
there's something in the low end, but it's not bass. Like, do you need bass and everything? As a bassist, I feel inclined to say yes, but the right answer is no. But in electronic music, bass is one of the core elements you need to have.
Is this ending? Is this almost over?
Yes.
Okay, you can stop it here. It's not going to do anything. So the ending of this song...
Yeah,
is
that goes for
basically-
way too long.
It's basically an extended mix, so it's made for DJing. Except, I made 2 flaws with this. One, that build-up should have led to another drop. Second, I didn't put... in an extended mix, the drums come before the song and after the song to help you DJ into it and DJ out of it. This doesn't do that. So it fails its purpose at being a good song and a good DJ song. So, Soundwave, if you're watching this, agree with me. 3 out of 10 at most for me.
I think I'm going to give that a 4.5. I think it's good. It could have been so much better, though.
Don't worry, guys.
There are some good elements to it, things I like, but I don't think it's good enough to call your average work for
Definitely.
either of you.
No. If we could get another collab going, guys, I promise it'll be better.
Better.
You make me feel.
You make me feel better.
Okay, you know what? I'll put a spoiler in. That song is re-releasing soon as a VIP.
And hopefully that wasn't totally ruined.
You just ruined the song.
Anyways, on to, I believe, track 10. It didn't go to the next one. Oh, this is the other one, Away Home. This is one of the other ones that he really pushed for the release.
This is also my lyric video.
See, I asked you about that, and you made it seem like it was a creative choice.
Well, if that was a terrible creative.
So I think you showed me a preview of it or something, and I'm like, why doesn't it fill it? And you're like, because it doesn't have to. It's like, well, no, it doesn't have to, I suppose. It'd be better if it did, though. The instrumental for this?
The instrumental.
Pretty good. I like it. The vocals, I'm not the biggest fan.
My main gripe
Like,
is
I
the
feel like if the vocals weren't so just like deep and it might have been better, which like I know you don't have control over that. The drop doesn't really fit. It's not bad, but it doesn't fit.
It's out of key. That's what it is.
Well, even that, like, it doesn't feel like it's part of the same song.
So, in my defense,
Like, the sound design is completely different. The key, like you pointed out, is different, which is nothing wrong with the key change, but
I have
you
yet
kind
to
of got to
just-
properly go into
I'm
it.
yet to do that properly in key changes. The only defense I have for this song is that it was made about a year before I released it. So it was already out of date with how I was doing things, at least in my opinion. But also, like, I still released a trash song. Personally, I don't hate the vocals in this.
See, my main gripe about the, well, aside from how they sound, is like for the remixes that people did, I feel like it was a detriment to them because like it doesn't fit what they tried to go for. Here, it kind of works, but also I feel like they could have been
I
different.
think it fits better because he was singing for this instrument. Because I sent him the song and he's like, song. Now, I will
Oh
say,
wait, was this recorded specifically for this?
Yeah.
Were both J-Gomes? Really? I was not aware of that. Because see, I was confused, and I mean, you'll forgive me for assuming, because most of your songs were just acapellas, that this was one of those.
which is funny because it has the feature right on there.
Well, I saw that, and that confused me. Because I couldn't find anyone by the name of J. Gomes, or Gomez, or whatever it's pronounced. So I didn't know if it was like an artist who released these vocals as part of a pack, and you were giving him credit because of that. Because in a lot of packs that include acapellas, they don't credit the artist, and that's part of like their whole deal with it. And I thought this was like, oh, these are just J. Gomes vocals, and you used them, so you credited him. I didn't realize that this guy actually sang these for you.
Yep. So he didn't have an artist name at the time of the release of this song, so it's just like just put J Gomes down. You can find him on YouTube under I think Jerry Gomes, and he does like alternative rock mostly, which is probably
Interesting.
why it doesn't fit this song as much.
Yeah,
But,
it would be a good fit for different music.
I personally have a lot of like gripes with the instrumental. Like I said, I don't hate the vocals. I don't. It's in fact, if I did hate the vocals, it probably wouldn't have actually been released. So,
I feel like there could have been different direction for them.
true,
but-
I gotta give the song in total. I give it a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10.
I can go with that. All right, so this one, Lucas, I'm sure you're great. I don't really like this This is one of the few that I remember vividly, and just the performance. Let's just get into it. I think this is really good for you because, like, it's not lo-fi, but it's, like, pretty close. And I know you're not huge on a lot of lo-fi music, so this was, like, kind of a very different thing for you. Like, listen to how quiet he is.
Second, no. Do you count remixes collabs?
It depends, I guess.
Okay, so if we're counting remixes as collabs, I've collabed with Lucas 4 times. I remixed the song Vibe. We have a song called Slow New Start, which was made the same time.
I resort to my phone.
He's
I get that he's
British.
British. I get that he's British, but like,
I think this is way better.
I
than
feel like
Misunderstood.
the whole mumble rap thing, I don't know if that's what he was going with here, but it doesn't really work for me. Especially since he doesn't even try to rhyme half the time. Which, like, rhyming, despite what people will tell you, not totally necessary. You don't have to rhyme every single line. It is better if you rhyme every line because it makes it more memorable, it flows better, and it sounds better.
So,
But
what I want to say is, this man, he can produce. Like, he's a producer
Yeah.
as well. He is good at that. If he just, and he just, I don't know what he does for his music, but when he said he produces a song, it's usually good. The producing skills.
okay, that part was interesting. But here, it just kind of feels more like he's talking than rapping.
Trap.
Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one.
I'm sorry, I had to. It's required.
It's a trap! See, even there, it's like, it doesn't sound very enthusiastic. Like-
He has a really monotone voice.
Like, I don't normally, like, replay parts of the songs, but, like, this part here.
Alone this evening, alone during the evening. Two people, I'm appealing. I'm all alone this evening, yeah.
That's evening, yeah. I didn't replay the part I wanted to. Where is it?
Not feel alone, yeah.
Not feel alone. Yeah! Something like that, even. Like, put some emphasis into it. Put some feeling into it, man. Rapping is a form of expression. And just like anything else to do with music. But if you don't express anything in it, it doesn't sound relatable. It doesn't feel like something that people are going to latch onto. And so the problem with his monotone voice, like, I can be a little monotone sometimes. I can say things and people feel like I'm not expressing something. But it's like in something like this where it feels like it's supposed to be more emotional, more just like kind of, what's the word I'm thinking? Not visceral, but just like something that's just like, it's meant to reach out to people and get them to feel what you're feeling.
Right.
And this doesn't really feel like that. Like, it kind of sounds like he's depressed and disinterested. Which, like, if he's trying to sound depressed, that's one thing. Disinterested, though, isn't. That's not going to help the song.
Once again, I don't know what I was going for when I made the instrumental. I just made it, and I'm like, this sounds
Yeah.
cool. So then I sent it to Lucas, and he's just like, can I have a verse on this? And I'm like, go for
I mean, the
it.
instrumental's fine. I don't have a problem with the instrumental at all. I really like it. But, like, with his vocals, it's kind of like, it wasn't him, but what was it? Bradley S.K. Bennett or whatever?
Bradley K.S. Bennett.
K.S. Bennett, yeah. The guy who had 3 songs on A New Beginning Volume 1. Where those were just like,
Those are all monotone as well.
what is this?
All right.
Lucas is leagues better than him, but definitely, in my opinion, like, try to keep a consistent volume, because some parts you sound really quiet, some parts you just get randomly louder. Try to put some feeling into what you're saying and, like, emphasize.
All right. What would you rate this song out of 10?
4.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, the music is good, but his performance kind of drags it down a bit. Yeah.
I have 5.5. Once again,
that's fair.
it's more like a... Right now, it's like... Is a genre thing for me. I'm not into a lot of hip-hop at this time, so... Viatic, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I know you had like a huge debate with me and others about this.
See, rap doesn't have to be hip-hop, though.
Right.
Rap can be a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Not country rap.
Alright, let's go. How many more songs do we have left?
Well, we are on our track.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's
I mean,
have a
all of
listen.
these are yours in some capacity, but this one is also mine.
I made this one with
And this one does have an error in it because I didn't fix it until after the album came out, so you might hear it.
I don't think many people noticed it.
I don't think many people noticed it, but to me, we're like, I know how this track sounds and how it's supposed to sound, and then hearing that and being like, what did I do? And then just one day opening up the project file and being like, oh, I dragged something out of sync, and that's why it sounds the way it does. Anyways, here we are with, I think, track 10, or no, I think this one's 11.
I don't know, but I can check. Just start playing the song.
Just gonna... Yeah. Oh, wait. 9, 10, 11. Okay, so this is number 12. Okay. Which some people didn't like this, but for different reasons. Some people said they didn't like my parts, which is what this is, and some people said they didn't like his parts, which are the drops. I think this might be the part.
I know some people said yours felt cluttered, I guess.
Weird. See, with this, and I kind of told Blue this, I was trying to take the idea of my song Diamond in a Rut, but do it in a different way, in a different genre. So where this is like more future bass kind of oriented, or at least that's what I was going for. Diamond in a Rut was like kind of melodic dubstep, or what I was intending to be melodic dubstep. I'm not great with discerning genres.
In every single speaker, earbuds, headphones, whatever I've listened to the song in, the drop just sounds slightly quieter than the verse.
Which is weird, because I tried to make it like a bit louder.
But it's just slightly, and I can still hear it here.
Yeah.
And it's slightly
Weird.
irritating, because when I think of a drop, it's supposed to have more impact and not just fall
Yeah.
under.
I did try to make it louder.
And
I don't know.
It could have been me too, so I could have exported it very fast.
But I was really surprised at how like well you did the drop. Not like because I expected you to do terrible, but like it's really hard sometimes to match what somebody else is going for and make it fit.
Tell me if that's the thing. With the EP I did with that Dynamic, we tried collabing and I couldn't make a drop that would fit.
This is my favorite part. Wait for the fill. Boom.
It's always interesting trying to mesh our two styles.
Yeah.
Which are definitely like very different, even when we try for the same genre.
When I heard this for the first time, I was like very surprised again, but by the syncopation, because I didn't think you would try something like that. It works very well here, in my opinion.
Guys, this is me drumming for real.
If I had the tools then that I have now, which I might have, and just forgotten about them, I would have tried to like boost some stuff with his drops more than just like increasing the volume, trying to like boost a couple of things like EQ wise or like mastering. But I feel like it's fine for what it is. I am a bit biased, and I'm sure you are too. I don't think there's anything really wrong with this. I can see how people think it was cluttered, but that's just like kind of how I am. I try to stack things a bit, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But as a preference, this is one of my favorite songs, especially my favorite collaboration that we've done.
See, it's really, music is heavily very subjective, so you're gonna get people who dislike it, even if you're god tier producer.
Yeah.
Like myself,
So,
you see.
I didn't originally envision the song ending the way it did, because I planned to kind of have it come back a little bit with something else, but with the way you ended it with that drop, it didn't seem like anything else would really work.
Yeah.
So I just kind of ended it with that.
Also, because of how long the drop was, I don't think I would have wanted anything else after it because of how long the song is. So I think me just trying to find out any flaws that I can with the song. I just don't think the drop hits like it should because the volume difference, and also I noticed that I have like maybe like one bass in there, and I usually stack basses now.
Yeah.
So
I think I had like maybe a sub and then that kind of like punchy bass. It's very different, but I used it because it was in like my future bass presets. So instead of just being like boom, it's like boom.
Boom, boom, boom. So I think, and overall, I'll give the song. Let's see, comparing it. I'll give the song a 7 for me.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
It's not too high, not too low. It's good enough.
There's some things I changed for the drop though, for sure. There's
Yeah.
just some
I might
slight
have-
things that irritate me. Like I would have had you send me the vocal
Yeah.
drops so I could play some over or do some editing or whatever.
I probably could have.
Did we even tell each other what key the song was in? Because that was.
I think I did tell you what key the song was in. I think it was
Okay.
supposed to be like. Well, now I can't even remember, and I don't want to guess and get it wrong.
He's a professional. He knows what he's doing.
I know what key it's in when I'm working on it, but not after.
7 out of 10.
But-
What's next here?
Next is Victory, track 13.
So,
Ooh.
with this song, in the drop, there was an effect that a lot of people didn't think fit. And
I don't remember what that was, but I don't remember if I was one of those people.
don't think
I kind of like this though. It fits for this song to have a very like quick build up into the drop.
That right there is what people did not like. That little whoa thing.
Oh, the like video game kind of sound.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's fine.
It's a little too much white noise in that one.
You might have placed it a little differently, but I think it's fine. Has a very somber kind of feel to it. It's like you finish your video game and you win, but it's like not everything's hunky-dory.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you lost some people, maybe the bad guys weren't so bad, but you still had to stop them. Or
I guess
like,
you could say this was my attempt at video game future bass. But I don't think that's what I was going for. This is Lab soft piano.
ooh,
Free piano.
is that? There's like a weird like sound of something shaking, and I can't tell if it's something near the speakers or if that was something you had in the song.
I don't think it was in the song. I'm not
So
sure.
something over here was shaking. I think the first part of the drop where you play it, it's fine. The second part, like right there, it works, but not. There, maybe not so much with the timing of it, but the first part I think is fine. It blends pretty fine, pretty all right. We're over halfway through this.
We're almost there. And then I can go cry myself to sleep knowing how I thought that this was my best stuff.
At the time, it was pretty good.
Oh boy. You
For
know,
the most
it's-
part, like, some of these tracks have held up really well.
I think this song is the second best we've listened to so far on the album for me.
Mm,
I think it's just for me. It knows how
so,
I said that.
oh,
Stop it.
we didn't. Oh, this is another one of J Gums.
Yeah, we only did 2 collabs.
So what was that? So who did We Are the Stars?
That was just a acapella.
Okay, so maybe that's where I got confused too. I thought for some reason that was also J Gums, and I know. Looking back, obviously they don't sound the same, but I thought he was doing 2 different vocal performances.
I mean, if he could do that, that is insanely talented, and I will give him props. But no, for me, I think what we listened to so far, I don't know what's after this. This is probably my second or third favorite. I'm gonna give this a 6.5.
The last one, Victory, I can give it a 6.5. So personally, for me, whether the score is reflected or not, my personal favorites are Hot Spring Heaven for 3. Second place, a song we haven't listened to yet. And then number 1 is Orbit.
Or nothing beats Orbit. You understand me?
I said Orbit is first place for me.
Yeah, nothing beats it. It's just
Not on this album, in my opinion,
Oh, yeah,
but...
that's fair.
But, yeah, 6.5 out of 10 for Victory. Now let's listen to Skylight featuring J Gums.
This is the one I had. This one is where I kind of get iffy on his vocals the most. Because this instrumental... Okay. I must have done something wrong while making this guitar sound. Because on my phone, on my earbuds, this guitar does not pick up. Like, at all.
Weird. Did you apply an effect to this?
This was it. And I couldn't remove it.
I would have asked him if he could re-record it and try to do something about that.
I think it's a weird reverb thing he just tried to do. It sounds like a really processed vocal.
Yeah.
Now, I think he does a good job at not making it sound so low when it shouldn't. A lot of people like this instrumental because I was like, yes, I want emotional stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
I think you nailed the emotional part with the music. I'm blue, abba dee, abba die.
I did that joke already, Jay. You can't do this to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm blue and I'm feeling alright.
And on my head. David Guetta remix, everyone.
Yeah, vocals. Remove that processing. Maybe add a little reverb, slight, like, correction where needed. I think this could have been a better fit for his vocals.
I think he has his strengths and his weaknesses in this song.
I'm sorry, can you say that
I
again?
think he has his strengths and weaknesses.
I thought I heard you say Strongs the first
I did,
time.
okay. Quiet down.
I'm like
Strong.
processing like, wait a second. What you say?
I said strong. I'm very professional in English, guys, just so you know.
It's only your first language.
Shut it.
And only language.
Shush!
Oh,
I
we
speak.
did it again.
Pause.
Nope. Why did it delay the
I
pause?
had to have the last word. Anyways, I think this instrumental and song is better than Away Home. So, what did I give Away Home? Did I give that what did I give Away Home?
I don't remember.
So, I'm going to assume I gave it a 4, which is what I'm giving it when I think of it, this song in my head now. So, I'm going to give this a 5.5.
Yeah, I can go with that.
Fair enough. Moving on.
This is Light You Up, track 15. We are 3/4 of the way through after
Almost
this.
there. Can almost be done suffering. So this song, I made my first like DJ intro for. This proper DJ intro.
This sounds similar to another song you did.
I could be your perfect, but who
I didn't-
wants to be around
I didn't put
you?
reverb.
Could be my boyfriend.
It's so dry.
Yeah.
And I
The
know
melody sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it.
I made an intro. So if you remember, if you listen to any of like the DJ sets, I used to put this as like an intro.
Yeah, here I would have had something come in a little more early, a little earlier.
I want to thank Shimozuki and everyone over there because they helped give feedback on this song when I first made it. And that's why I made the intro out of it just for my first ever Minecraft festival.
Yeah.
Great experience.
Not your best drop, but not terrible. I mean, it's definitely better than anything on Diamonds.
Yeah! I think the intro I made was better than the verse for this. And it didn't even have the vocals. It had the vocal chops, but not the vocals.
You'll get tired.
Maybe I'm just stupid. I didn't see who you are. But one thing I know better.
This is why I don't sing on songs, guys.
Who wants to make you happy and show you another world? You'll never call me baby, and I won't call you my boy.
Because I'm not gay.
However, it's hanging out all this night. I know you're still heavy-hearted, but I can light you up.
Light you up.
Who wants to make you
Happy.
and show
You
you
another world.
you'll
Never
never
call
call
me baby.
and I won't call you my boy.
Refer to the last time.
It's hanging out all this night.
I've tried to build that up a bit more. Not like this, but like adding something else to like carry it a bit. Okay.
Guys, screenshot this. Screenshot that face. We're gonna put that as an emoji in the Dreaming Sky and the Space Zone Discord. Let's go.
Just a really goofy one. Do you like the Shrek?
Okay. This is content at its finest right here. World's best YouTube video.
Let's go!
Okay.
Let's beat congratulations.
Um,
I know. Probably not gonna happen, but
I need to.
I do like those chords there though. Those are pretty good.
Krispy Kreme chords, you know.
Krispy Kreme chords?
It's a reference to the, I guess you would say donut shop, Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, what about it is a reference to Krispy Kreme?
I just like it. It's crispy chords for Krispy Kreme. Get the crispy chords at Krispy Kreme right now.
Those crispy saws.
All right. My thoughts on this is just boring. It's
Yeah.
there. It's boring.
It is a bit boring. It doesn't have a lot going on even during the drop. The vocals are
Dry.
It's raw.
Warning to headphone users.
Oh, I could be so much worse.
Well, we're waiting.
No, because I'm gonna have to listen to this back.
I'm gonna give this a
There's
4 out
only
of 10.
so much I can do to remove the peaking.
4 out of 10. 4 out of 10, my man.
I will give this a 3.
Really?
Yeah.
So lower than Leave Me Broken and In Love?
Yes.
That's interesting.
So there are some things I like about the song, but they do not do it enough justice to warrant a lower to warrant a higher score, in my opinion.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting. All right.
but yeah, if I heard this on like Spotify or on the radio or something, I would skip. I would switch stations. I would not want to finish listening to this.
I'm insulted.
Okay, so tell me, you would then keep listening to it all the way through the end and wouldn't skip it.
I usually wait till the drop and then I'll go from there. So like I usually like when I listen to songs, like I wait through the verse, I wait for the drop, and if the verse is the exact same, then I just won't listen to it. So I think the verse is relatively the same here. So I guess you do have a point. I would.
Yeah.
But I'm giving it.
You'd
a
probably
4.
make it through it further than me.
I'm giving this a
But-
4 because I like it more than In Love and Leave Me Broken. So moving on. What's
Yeah.
next?
On to track 16, which is with Kifon. Kifon. This is A New Day.
Oh man, I love this guitar sound I have here.
It's pretty cool. Excuse me. Drums could be a little more prominent.
I have to disagree with you on this one, actually. I want the kick specifically to be louder.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's it.
I'd like to be fully honest. Kifon made this drop, so if it's awesome, that's why.
It's good, but I feel like it could be better if it was a little louder, a little more like force behind it.
I didn't master the song. I don't think anyone really mastered the song. We just mixed it and we're like, let's go.
It's like it just kind of like goes into it from the build up. It doesn't really fall, you know? The repetition or
there's a little click that happens with the Laze piano if you put it up too loud in the plugin itself, the plugin volume itself. If you bring it up too loud, it'll click sometimes when the chords change. It's a really stupid issue, and that's why I don't use Laze anymore.
I don't think I've used Labs much at all. I have it, but everything I've tried to use it on, I just don't like it. Which most of the stuff I've tried using it for is like piano, brass, like trumpets and stuff, and strings. And I have Magic's instruments that sound a whole lot better, in my opinion, for the stuff that I've tried to use Labs for. It just doesn't work for me the way I hoped it would. I've also yet to use the BBC orchestra thing, but I might try using that in a future song because it does have something interesting with like the different string sections and a couple different brass sections and stuff, which is really cool.
This song sounds so much better with headphones.
Oh, most of these probably do.
That's what I mix them on. I make music on headphones, guys, alright? So if it sounds stupid through your speakers, it's probably because my low quality headphones. I made this album when I still used my $20 Recon headphones.
I was gonna say $20 Raycons.
I got
Hashtag not sponsored.
Now we're sponsored. We're totally sponsored. Don't sue us.
I'm dead.
Oh, go ahead and skip that. Alright.
Skip it.
6 out of 10. It's okay. It's better than Light You Up. It is better than In Love. It is better than Leave Me Broken. I would say it's on par with Victory.
5.5.
5.5. I will say I'm working on a different song with Kifon, so gotta be on the lookout for that. I got collabs going on everywhere, guys. You just don't even know.
So, random thought. But Kifon makes me think of chiffon. I think that's how you pronounce it, which is a type of cake.
Huh.
It's like chiffon or chiffon cake.
Kifon, if you're watching this, explain yourself.
Well, it's spelled like CH instead of K, but it's like I am also a little bit hungry. So here we go. Track 17.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace out, everyone.
Pizza. That sounded like I said pizza with a British accent.
This is a piano-based
Or maybe
song.
Australian.
So if you guys don't like piano-based songs, skip this because it's bound to be boring.
Ooh, got some resonance.
Oh yeah, that sub is still there. Cool.
Is that what I think it is?
The drums?
Yeah.
I don't know what you think it is. I can't actually answer that.
It sounds like some of the drum loops from the free Music Maker pack.
I think it is.
I was gonna say, because that's like the only, like that kind of reverb and like live drum sound is like so iconic for that.
I really love the drums, so I was like, I need these. In this
I mean, they're not bad, but it's just like as soon as I heard it, I'm like,
you know.
that is the
You know.
Magic's Music Maker pop, like whatever.
It's Music Maker.
Well, no, it was originally called Music Maker, and now it's called like pop, something pop.
Is it really? I
Yeah,
haven't actually used any of the packs since this song, so I can't.
I still use Magic's packs occasionally. I don't really buy new ones anymore, but I kind of use what I have, which is still a lot.
Do you like dreams, Jake? You hear the lead of that?
You mean Dreamer?
Yep.
That doesn't really work when you don't say the right word.
I know. I was hoping you get it though. This song is just under 3 minutes. I remember Soundwave really liked this one.
It's 2:47, which a little short, but it definitely feels long. Part of that could be due to the repetition, which, like, in a song like this, not terrible, but
I think this is really...
this sounds like something that they would. This sounds like a stock track they would play during communion at church.
I have a new use for the song, guys. I'll be back. Oh, it's over. Okay then.
Yeah.
So, I think in comparison to everything else on the album, I would give this like a 72,000. But because it's not just the album, I'm comparing it to all my other songs as well. I'm gonna give this like a. I personally like this style of track, so I'm gonna go 6.5 or 7. Because
I'm gonna go with 6.5. I like it. Do I prefer it over some of the other tracks? No.
That's fair.
But I do like this as a track because it's something different from you.
Yeah.
Kind of like the lo-fi of Alone During the Evening.
I still consider that just like all like the drum samples and stuff came from a pop pack, so I was like,
Yeah.
all right, what's up? What we got next here?
Next, track 18, you and Scion, or Skyon, did Moonrise.
I have a really weird problem with this song, and you'll hear it. And it has to do with the drums, by the way. I showed you the drop to this, didn't I?
I think you did. Oh, this one. See, what annoys me about this is you repeat that one small step for man part like 3 or 4 times in this song.
Oh, so you have the same problem with this song as you did with the like vocal effect to get it together.
You mean the like spoken part? Yeah, I don't like when people just kind of like reuse stuff like that. Like, it's good to have a callback to it by playing it again, but like, unless there's some change in the emphasis on it, like, if that had been something that was recorded specifically for that, or maybe there was even a different spoken part in the middle of the track, and then that part repeated at the end, like, it just feels a little, if I can use this word, lazy.
I get it, but also, like, I don't agree. Because
You don't have to agree.
I disagree with everything you said.
You haven't needed to agree with me on anything on this, and nobody needs to agree with anything I say in these critiques. That's why I say at the end, am I right, am I wrong?
Hold on. Wait a second. I think the part I don't like about this is coming up. There it is! The clap. It's the clap.
Yeah, it does sound a little out of place. Also doesn't sound like it's mixed the same. I do like that filtered synth there. That's really cool. The bass is nice.
Oh, I was wrong. This was the same chord preset that I used in Hope, so I was wrong, and I lied, saying that was the only song I used.
How dare you! You have been
committed
absolved.
crimes against Skyrim
You have
and your
been
people.
you have committed crimes against Skyrim and our people.
What say
You've
you?
been absolved of your credibility.
All right, so,
Oh, this track. So
hold on, we gotta talk about the last track first.
yes, okay, we'll talk about that real quick. Moonrise, I think is pretty good. My annoyance with the reusing of the spoken part aside, nothing to really say. The clap, I do agree, not great. The rest, it's fine. It's
6 out of 10.
yeah, 6 out of 10. Now, this song, Blue was planning, and I don't know if you ever made this public, Blue was planning to do a sort of like remix album or EP or whatever for some songs on this, and by the time he asked me, the only song left was Losing. I still have not finished it for several reasons.
Oh, nuts.
One, because it took me so long to get the drums I wanted, which I made in a separate project. Second, I was working on the song originally Magic's, and it kept having issues, so I moved over and started over in Cakewalk. Cakewalk was having issues with me trying to listen back to stuff and see if it was playing right, and I eventually discovered there's a way you can turn off the audio engine or whatever, which like prevents it from like building up too much data or something and making it really weird and stuttery sounding. Excuse me. That's the best explanation I've been able to come up with for why the heck it's been doing that. And then I just haven't gotten around to going in and finishing lining up the drums and stuff. Because I made the drums based off of the drum loop that he did, or that he used. And just kind of like added my own stuff to it. And the last part I need to do is just like drag stuff in and line it up with the vocals and stuff. And it's been in a state of almost done for like, when did this track come out? 6 months ago. Feels like it's been a lot longer. Okay,
I canceled
so
that remix EP because like no one finished their remixes, and it was like 5 months after I contacted people.
I was trying. I
Well,
was busy.
You're not the only one, my man. You're not the only one. And I'm not naming names, but I'm naming you because you're right here and you admitted it.
Yeah. Part of listening to that song over and over again and the amount of frustration it's provided me trying to do the remix has affected my opinion on the song a little bit. So just kind of putting that out there. Anyways.
I will continue to repeat this. This chord progression is basically a ripoff of Brother by Need to Breathe.
I can kind of hear it.
And also, the mastering on this song sucks. Just saying.
So here it sounds like she's saying you are the blame, which sounds weird because you'd think it would be you are to blame. Unless she's saying you hold the blame, which doesn't sound like... That doesn't sound like it to me.
You know, I never actually paid attention to what she said. I love the disappointment! I feed off the disappointment. I focused on the instrumental, okay? Unless it's obvious, I could care less about the vocals on the acapella if I like the acapella. Which, this wasn't even an acapella. It was just vocal, like, chops. Me trying to place them together on beat.
You disgust me.
I did.
It's alright.
I just really like
It's...
the chorus drop part.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not amazing to me, but I can vibe to it a bit.
That, the drums need to be louder.
Yes. And they definitely will be in my version, but when I eventually finish it. The blame. The blame. So, question. Why is this song called Losing?
If you go back to like right before the drop, she says losing.
Hang on.
No, it's not here.
I'm winning at the same time losing.
Yeah. That's what it sounded like to me and like two other people I sent the vocal to, so
I guess. Anyways, we've listened to this song
basically.
pretty much all the way through.
Can I guess what you're gonna say? Can I guess?
Go ahead.
3.
I wasn't quite thinking that, but close.
I mean, it's whatever you want to rate it.
I'm gonna say maybe 4.
I like the synth drop in this song a lot, so it's getting a 5 from me.
Okay.
And now we're on to the last
we
song.
have one song left, and this is the song that I have as my number 2.
Yep. All right.
And not for the reason some people might think. I remember when you posted the Coachella video for this. Coachella, whatever.
I gotta do, like, I made my debut, now I gotta do my return. I gotta find a song that fits there. I'm sorry to disappoint, but don't expect another song like this in the future.
Reason why?
It does not fit the style of it. It's not, like, okay, most of my unreleased stuff, I'm aiming for more emotional. This is too upbeat, too happy.
I guess
really,
I like it though.
I mean,
It's
I'm just saying, don't
it's-
expect another song like this. And
Like, I like this more than Hot Spring Heaven, which, yes, it does hurt my bias to say so.
does it hurt your manhood, my man?
No, it doesn't hurt my manhood. But, like, I do think this is better than Hot Spring Heaven. I do think Orbit is better than this. The other songs, they are good, but for me personally, it's just, it's a upbeat, catchy song, and I don't know, like, something about it, it doesn't bother me about the repetition. It doesn't bother me about, like, it just sounds good.
Soundwave. I want you to listen closely. I have said to you multiple times that I don't like upbeat music. This does not change anything. This is how you make good upbeat music. Because
Ooh, shots fired!
I'm not talking about your music, Soundwave. I'm dissing every song that you have sent me that is Melodic House. I'm bringing this bias into the video.
Bringing some beef to the PMC. I don't know. like I mentioned earlier about like guilty pleasure songs, like this is kind of one. It's just, it sounds good. I don't really have any gripes about it. It's just, I like it. Doesn't care. Oh, I should have done that when it was like syncopating, just like. I think it looks funny. It's a fun song to listen to. What do we feel about that one? I'm feeling an 8 or 9.
I'm giving it I'm giving it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it's definitely like the second strongest song on the album.
Yeah. I'm gonna go halfway, 8.5.
And it surprises me. That song has the lowest amount of streams on the album out of all the songs.
Which is weird. Because I feel like you mentioned about like typical like songs or whatever music that people like to listen to, and that for you kind of fit that. I feel like this is exactly like the type of thing people would hear and like share around and just like become like a huge thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of surprised me that it hasn't.
Yeah, same. So, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna rate the whole album just a 5.
Really?
Because, like, there's the highs of the album, like this song, Orbit, and I would say Husband Heaven Victory. Those songs
Yeah.
for me. But also, they're not holding up the drastic, like, 15 songs, which are just straight up just mid.
Yeah. Mid. I said they're mid.
But, I'm gonna give the whole album a 5, but I also think it's better than, like, any album I've released before it. 70 times better than Neon, that crap shoot was.
Yeah.
And then, whatever else, what were my other EPs that I forgot about? There's Paralyzed, there's Project Future, there's...
You have What Is the World? Or no, what? No, that was a track on Project Future. What else? You had Thunder. I should remember these, but it's been.
We Are Free, that EP.
We Are Free. What's that other one? Did it start with a B? Breathe. Yes, Breathe.
Oh, that guitar one.
There's one.
And there was Heartbreak, and there's Broken and Heartbreak, or whatever the heck that was.
Heartbreak and starts with an L, I think.
Lessons.
Yes, Lessons. That was like a double-sided single, or whatever you have to call it.
If you had to
There's
rate-
one more I'm thinking of that I can't remember off the top of my head.
There is.
If you know, check the playlist.
Comment
or if you
down
don't know, check the
below.
playlist. I'm gonna put it up here. But yeah, I'm not sure I would say it's 5 out of 10, but after I get around to finishing like reviewing your up-to-date music, which at this point I may as well do because you currently don't have any other albums or EPs. I know you mentioned you're working on one.
I am working on an album, and it won't be out till like the end or early of next year.
Yeah.
End of this year, early next year, maybe.
Better
That's
not
just me
better
being-
not overshadow Space and Sorrows. I need that one. That is coming out June 9th.
Okay,
So-
great. So you'll have about 7 months before my album comes out and completely destroys the Spotify charts. It's #1 on Billboard.
Yeah.
And just-
Before it might be out before the song video or after, but I do plan to release at least 1 or 2 songs from the album. I'm not sure which ones yet because I haven't even started on the videos or the artwork for them other than like the main album artwork. Anyways, I will probably do a tier list thing soon. I'll probably do it as like a stream thing, a short stream. I'll grab the artwork and like make a tier list thing. But yeah, any closing words on this one?
Subscribe to Paradox Multimedia. Get
Whoa.
him to 1,000 subscribers so he can finally catch up to me.
Yes. But of course, Also, let us know in the comments what you thought. Are we right about our opinions on these songs? Do you agree with them? Do you think we're wrong? Let us know. Also, let us know if you want Blue to join in any future Paradox music critiques, whether for his music or otherwise. And be sure to let me know if there's any other releases you would like me to check out, whether yours or your favorites from other artists. Be sure to check out the playlist so you can see my other critiques on Blue Laze's music thus far, as well as my critiques for Soundwave, Redux, Mestrix, I believe, Creo, Jack the Hack. I'm trying to remember all of them. There's a few. Ryan Jacome, check him out. I haven't seen anything new from him in a while.
He released a song the other day with Dynamic.
Are you freaking kidding? I literally just checked this week and didn't see any new songs.
Check Dynamic's channel, okay?
Okay,
it was posted,
maybe that's why. Because I
this-
didn't see anything new on Ryan's channel. I'm like, huh, it's been a little bit since he released something. I was surprised he didn't release his remix on his channel or anything.
That song released the same day Mind Reader did.
Wow. Well, that was 2 days ago.
Yep.
At the time of recording.
Yes.
Anyways.
Check out Mind Reader. It's my new song with Zoltana. Go check it out. Check out his reaction to it,
Yes.
Hand reveal. It's my hand.
Yeah. Check out that stuff. Check out all Blue Laze's stuff. Check out his music and see just how much better his stuff since then has been, even though this came out 6 months ago. I think that is pretty much it. Hope you have a great dinner when you're seeing us, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace.